What made you start mountain biking?
I don't know. Everyone wants a hobby, wanted to get fit. So I mean, I've done so many hobbies in my time: judo, kendo, golf, and I just needed something to do. So I bought a bike, started riding, and started there really. Been biking now for about 10 years, basically back and forth to work on the trails. Riding back from work one day, past a bike shop, and there's all these guys outside, you know. It's about 6 o'clock. I was like, oh, go and talk about what's happening. I said, oh, we're a club, we go mountain biking. I said, oh, great, you know, can I join? I said, yeah, come along next Monday. And from there, that was it. And I haven't stopped since. But one thing I find about biking, well, mountain biking, because that's what I do, is that you have a bad day in work. You just want to get out there and, you know, think things through, you know, how it's going. Just go out for a couple of hours, and then your mind just clears. You know, you just think about nothing, and you come back as you got that buzz, and everything's good in the world. You're tired, but it's a good tiredness. You feel really good, and just look for the next ride. I'm not very competitive, never have been. So, but I in the last 10 years I've entered about 20-30 enduros, but endurance racing. They're not competitive. They're not. How can I say? They're events, so no one wins. And it's just competing. You know, you ride 60k on the mountains, and it's just getting through it and finishing. That's what I aim to do more than anything. I haven't done any for a few years by going up in a month's time doing a Dovey Enduro up in the country in the mid-Wales. So looking forward to that. We go away. We go away for weekends. We ride, you know, we ride day weekends. Trips to the Alps. 2015, I remember, in the Alps. We went up some gondolas, which quite scary because I'm scared of heights, but up to about 10,000 feet and up to a glacier. And then from the glacier then there was a 17-kilometre descent. It was just amazing. We were all buzzing at the end, you know, everyone feeding off everyone's excitement, and I always remember that one. I broke a finger, broke a nose, broke my collarbone. A few times I've landed on my head, smashed my face up a couple of times. I think the worst one is in Castle Cork Woods, local to where I live. It's where we ride. And I sort of came down a descent, ended, smashed my face into the dirt, and it was quite solid. And that's where I broke my nose. But what scares me the most is because I was so vertical, bikes still attached to my feet, that flew off. And I was going over, I thought I was going to snap my neck. And luckily I went to the side. But since then I still sort of think, oh, what would have happened if I hadn't gone to the side and broke my neck. And it's quite funny because I wanted to carry on riding, but then went about 10 yards, so I fell off the bike again and I had to take me to the hospital. As I say, when I'm biking, it sort of mind clears. You don't think of anything, but because I like the adrenaline rush, you know, going down some downhill trails. Sometimes you come to an obstacle, a drop off or a really steep descent, and you think, oh, can I do it? You know, what's going to happen? Am I going to crash again? And try to think of another time you've done something similar, and so I can do that, I can do this one. But so it's just happens of doing it. And after you've done it, then we're all at the bottom, we're all again buzzing, feeding off each other. But, oh, you know, nearly came off there. And just everything. It's just loads of stuff goes through your mind. Sometimes it's not too much for me. It takes over, don't do it, but then you know, when you do it, it's a good feeling.
I've been biking since I was a little boy, progressing the most in the last 8 years. Best biking story, cycled out Tenby, stayed the night, maybe had 1 or 2 beers, not much, cycling back. About 20 miles into the ride, thought I had indigestion, happened to be having a heart attack, but cycled, got back, got home, and then got a stent put in my heart and lived to tell the tale. I had an idea after my heart attack of raising some money for the hospital that treated me. I think at the time it took on a little bit too much, but planned the route, had a support vehicle of a van and a tent. So after it rained every day of the 7 days, so at the end of the day it was wet getting into a tent. I think that was the hardest bit rather than the cycling. Yeah, so I got to the end, very tired for the week after, and basically was just happy to hand over £3,000 to the cardiac rehab in Marston Hospital.
When I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of motorbike racing, just it was on TV, and I wanted to get a motorbike, but my parents couldn't afford one for me, so they gave me, I just had like crappy old bikes, and I was always riding those and building jumps when I was a kid. And then yeah, I just saw mountain bike magazines in shops and things, buying those, reading those, and then just started getting like a mountain bike and started riding more and more. It's sort of like, I was never into football and stuff as a kid, so it's just I just get on my bike and ride outside my house. I'll go to the woods and stuff like that. Like it was the 90s, so you could go a lot further and things as a kid. So I properly started like racing downhill when I was probably 13, 14, something like that. And then had a bit of a hiatus just because like bikes got stolen and was like surfing more and things, and then stumbled back into it about 2016. So yeah, it's sort of changed. I do a lot more cross country now rather than the downhill I used to do. But yeah, I've progressed quite a lot, and yeah, I reckon I can still get a lot faster. I wouldn't mind racing some nationals and things like that. Yeah, seeing how far I can go. Obviously I'm quite old now, but yeah, there's like the veterans races and things like that, so yeah, it's something always fresh to do, new challenges and stuff, so it's just nice having the freedom, especially on the mountain bike or on the cyclocross bike. You can ride down the road and then just shoot off through the woods, and yeah, when you're riding hard either up or downhill, like you just get that sort of that zen focus happens where just nothing else matters. You can't think about anything else because you're going to be sick or you'll crash into a tree or something, so it becomes a way of life as well. And like now I'm racing more and training seriously, it's almost like, yeah, you can't imagine not doing it. It's almost like when you get a dog and you can't imagine not walking it in the morning and things, so it's like I can't imagine not riding my bike most days anymore. Yeah, and like the friends I've made, and like travel, been all over the world, so it's like, yeah, the doors is opened and the life it's given me has been pretty cool. So I mainly do like triathlon, but the biking's obviously a third of that. Yeah, represented Great Britain a couple of times, which was really fortunate at the European and World Champs. Racing on the Xterra Triathlon European Tour, I've been to the World Champs for that as well. So yeah, going out this year to Romania for the Euros in June, so hopefully I can try and get on the podium there. But when I was racing down as a kid, there was like a jump over a fire road, and it was in my race run and my gears slipped going into it, and I cased the top of the fire road and then rolled down the transition and into a corner, and the spectators were stood behind the corner. I went straight over the bars when I hit the berm and hit this bloke and his dog, and we were both on the floor, and the bloke he sounded like an asthmatic donkey. He's like like, and he ended up getting taken to the ambulance, but I was fine because I just hit a headbutt with my helmet. It felt really bad. The dog was fine as well, but that was quite funny. I damaged my neck. I didn't like break it or anything, but yeah, I gave that a pretty good bash in at one point. I headbutted a tree. Mainly just cuts and bruises, things like that. I like bugged my shoulder a bit a few years ago. I actually ran over my own dog. Like, she comes out riding with me, and yeah, she just stopped and went straight over the bars, so that was pretty nasty. But yeah, touch wood, never broken a bone or anything like that yet. So I don't know, racing, you're just thinking of like time splits, and just like if you see the person in front of you, you just want to. It's almost like you want to kill them. You're just chasing them, and you just want to get them as fast as you can. Or you're thinking strategy of like when you're going to fuel and drink next. So it can be, it varies so much.